Welcome, everybody. I am Elisa Meredith, Content Marketing Manager at Tailwind, and I am joined today by the bearded man himself, Jeff C.
That's right. Glad to be here. It's going to be fun.
Hey, Jeff, it's been a while.
It has been. It's
Yeah.
been crazy, but I'm excited to be here.
Oh, good. You're just
Ask your
talking.
questions, everybody, while we're talking.
Yeah,
It's not a
please.
show without you. So
That's
ask us
right.
questions.
And please share, because everybody wants to see this. This is a pretty hot topic today. And I'm really glad I have Jeff on because I needed to learn this myself. And he has done this a couple of different ways. What we're talking about are Instagram shoppable posts. So we can just pick his brain all we want until there's nothing left.
Be gentle. Yeah.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. So I think before we do that, there's been one huge piece of Instagram news that happened last week, and everybody was all excited about getting verified on Instagram. So, of course, what did we do? We all went out and tried it.
Raise your hands if you've been rejected already.
Join the cool kids club.
That's
yes,
right. We don't need that stinking blue check.
No.
We're important people. We're still important.
Yeah, we're notable in our own minds.
That's right.
Yeah, but we got rejected within a couple of days, and that's what it looks like. If you go to that blog post, that Tailwind blog post, how to get verified on Instagram, you will see the screenshot of my rejection notice with the criteria, which is still not super specific, but you can kind of figure out why. We were just talking too about how it might help if you were easily impersonated.
You're like Bob Jones. If you have that name and there's like 50 other Bob Joneses, you may have a better chance than like Jeff C. or Lisa Meredith, because it just didn't work for us.
Because these are weird names. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it didn't work, but it's worth a try. It'd be great if we could get into those link stories earlier.
But then again, you know what? A blue check. If everybody has blue checks, then it doesn't matter anymore. So, that's the thing.
There's some level of security knowing you're dealing with the real person.
Yeah, but if everybody has it, it doesn't matter. So it's like, I don't know.
I suppose. But I had somebody was saying they only have 400 followers. I only have 1,400, I think. But I figured
that's about what I have. I think
it was worth a try. But oh well. So back to the topic at hand: shoppable posts. Has everybody seen shoppable posts on Instagram? They're kind of cool, right? So what it looks like on Instagram, you can't see it on desktop, or else I would share my screen with you and show you some of them. But it looks like it's white circles, right?
Yeah, well, if you look at like the profile feed, you'll see there's a little shopping tag, and all the ones that like you see the grid view.
Yeah.
You'll see a little shopping tag at the top right, I believe. And what also in the feed, if you're scrolling through something as a shoppable post, it'll kind of pop up. Those white dots will show up in the thing, and then you click on them, and a little tag comes up, and you can click over and check out if you want to do that. So it's very, very cool. The clients that I've done this for, especially the Sweet Shop USA one that we're going to talk about tonight, it actually has like boosted their website traffic like by 50%. So people are viewing products from Instagram. Now, checking out, the checkout thing, you need to make sure you have a really robust e-commerce. You want to make it as simple as possible, and we'll get into some of those options later. But yeah, they're very, very cool. In fact, for every post now that we do, especially on Sweet Shop, that shows a product, we put those in there because of the increased traffic. The other cool thing you can do is because you can tag multiple products in a post. So we'll show a large section of like chocolates, but they'll have like all the different kinds, different flavors. I can tag each one of those so people can pull that up and say, oh, I don't really want to see, I don't really want these types of chocolates, but I really do want this vanilla swirl thing. And I can click on that, and they can check out for just that, for that item. So I think it's very, very powerful. It's like, it's just one more way to get people over to your website. But once again, make sure you're using something that will check out easily and also will, it's mobile friendly, because you do set it up as their URL that'll use their mobile version on their phone.
Okay. All right. So have you purchased anything through shoppable Instagram?
I know.
Posts?
So so I have not much. Mostly I look and see, and then I'll either save it for later. I think I purchased a couple things. I think I got some stuff for the kids, but yeah. So it was. I think it's just one more link to your product. If you have a product, I think it's a no-brainer to try to do that. But Go ahead.
Okay.
What was your
Well, I was
question?
going to say, so for those of us who are rejected and don't get links in stories, if you're e-commerce anyway, here's another way to get links to your site.
Yeah, the one
Mm.
the main one that I use it for doesn't have over 10,000 viewers to have the swipe up or any of
Okay.
that stuff. So this is a great way to do that. So here's the thing, kind of the
Yeah.
things you have to have before you can even think about getting shoppable posts. You have to be located in United States, Canada, Brazil, the United Kingdom, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, or Australia. Those are the only places that you can right now get shoppable posts. Look at
Okay.
that. There's now we're all hungry.
Yeah. Thanks so much,
Very
Jeff.
blurry, but that's all right.
Very blurry, but
Um,
you can see the little tag,
yeah.
like you were saying.
And so you have to have an Instagram business account. So you're not able to do this on a personal profile. So you
That
have
makes
to
sense.
get a business account, which kind of makes sense. And you need to have make sure you have the latest version of the app. And you've got to agree to comply with their merchant agreement and commerce policies. You can't sell, I don't think, firearms and alcohol and tobacco products. So there's certain things. It's pretty much like the same thing that Facebook limits you to. And you have to be connected to a Facebook catalog. So this is the whole thing.
Okay.
This can be created by using the business manager, or you can use a product like Shopify or BigCommerce. So I've used, for two examples, I've used Shopify, and I've also used just the creating a catalog on a Facebook business page and adding products that way. That's what we do at Sweet Shop USA, because they have a third-party checkout thing. And so the process is I take a picture and I upload that product, put the pricing, the description, the title, and then at the bottom it says checkout URL, and that's where you put that product's URL to go add it to their cart or check out, and then you add that to Facebook. Then I'm able to upload an image and tag that in Facebook as well as in Instagram. And so that's kind of the workflow that I've had. Now, the other ones using Shopify, and I haven't tried BigCommerce, but Shopify I've used for my Manly Plunder site. For some reason, Shopify keeps rejecting my Instagram shoppable pins request. I've read on the forums, a lot of people have had issue with this. It's a big mess, and you can't. They just tell you rejected. They don't tell you why.
Can you email them?
I haven't emailed them yet. I need to flesh out my account. I was doing this as a test. I use Manly Plunder a lot to test things out with, and because I originally got it just to use it for shoppable pins or buyable pins, and that works great. So I have buyable pins using Shopify. That's the whole reason I went with Shopify. I wanted to test buyable pins out. It works slicker than snot on a glass doorknob, as we say in East Texas. But don't you love that one? You've never heard that before?
No, that is special.
They say deer guts too, but I thought I'd limit you on that one. So
this is vegetarian friendly. Thank you.
I know. Anyway, very slick for buyable pins, and I thought, okay, I'll do this for Instagram as well. It's been a big mess, but a lot of people have had success. But if you're doing Pinterest, you might as well, if you want shoppable pins and buyable pins, shoppable post and buyable pins on Instagram and Pinterest, I would consider Shopify and just work at it until you get it working, because the way it integrates is very slick. It populates your Facebook store, works really, really well. If you don't want to mess with Pinterest, then create your own catalog on Facebook and just walk through it. So that's kind of the overview of what I do.
Okay, so Natasha's question, I think you just answered. Is there a benefit of using Shopify over a Facebook catalog? Only in that Shopify creates it for you, right?
Yes, and then you have buyable pins, and then you have Instagram potentially. So that's why I really like it. And if I can, I have a feeling mine's not being allowed because I have like 3 posts on it. It's really small. Okay. I'm using it for testing, and so I probably didn't fill out something all the way. But doing research, I did find a lot of people who are upset with Shopify that it's not working. So just and there's workarounds. You could disconnect it from your Facebook page, build one, but the whole reason I wanted to do it is to do one thing and have it go to both places. Anyway.
Well, okay, so if Shopify creates the catalog for you, could you then disconnect it? The catalog would remain, and you could use it without Shopify?
You have to still go back and make all those products, because what you do is you create your store in Shopify and it uploads all those products to Facebook with the prices and everything.
Right.
So you'd have to disconnect that. Then you'd have to go back and change, because what Facebook does is it redirects to go to Shopify to do the checkout process.
Yes.
So you'd have to manually do that some way. And that some people mentioned in the forums that was a way that they got it to work.
Okay.
I'm still going to hope and keep messing with it to get it to work. Now, that being said, you got to remember you're dealing either way with Facebook catalog. And sometimes it just doesn't work. The one for Sweet Shop, we've been using it for months and months and months and months. Last week, it would not let me upload a new product no matter what I did. I refreshed the browser. I tried a different computer. I upload. It's just buggy. And
you
so,
sent them chocolate.
Yes, just everything. Zuckerberg, come on. I mean, so just know that sometimes, and I didn't change anything. It just like one week I went to on Monday to upload a new post and a new product, and it would just sit there. Nothing would happen. And so just be aware that it's still buggy. Most of the time it works fine. Yeah, and so we've had it for a while, but the it's just never know when it's not going to work. And then the same thing is there's not really any help. You can go to a forum where everybody else is complaining about it, but there's not really any answers. So just be aware of that when you start working that. For some reason, sometimes things just don't work.
They got to be working on it, though. I mean,
yeah, because I figure it's a big part of especially if Instagram's tying into it, and they want you there on Facebook to do everything, watch TV. They want you to shop from there, and so So I'm thinking they're probably working on it. But once you get it working, I mean, it's just like you're used to tagging a friend on a photo. It's the same way for Facebook and Instagram. How you tag a product. It just pulls it right from your catalog, and you just add that, and you can drag it around, and you're done. Just like tagging a friend. So it's really simple once you have it set up.
Okay. So what is kind of cool about it? Like, it's a little different from buyable pins, where with buyable pins, you upload your payment information to Pinterest,
right.
But then they send all the sale to your shopping cart.
Right.
With Instagram shoppable posts, it pulls up. It's kind of in Instagram browser, but it pulls up your site. There was a question about from Cynthia. What if you have apparel that needs you to select size and color before ordering? That wouldn't be a problem, right? Because it would just bring you to the product page.
It takes you to the thing where you'll be able to select the size and color and do that stuff. And so, like for my T-shirt things, it does that. So you just direct it to the right product, then they're able to select it in the checkout process and go from there. So it works really slick once you get it working. I mean, I used to build e-commerce sites a long time ago, and I hated doing them. In fact, I would not doing it unless they paid me a whole heck of a lot of money. So this makes, Shopify, being this problem with Instagram, that being said, it is amazing the stuff you can do. I love Shopify, what you can do with it. So if you're thinking about e-commerce, look at that platform because it's really, really robust.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to share the link to that one product you have on the Facebook Marketplace there. I mean, it really doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, and you can click on it and you go and you can check out. And like I said, be gentle if you're looking at Manly Plunder. It's really it's a test site, but I've been selling stuff on it, and I've been, especially with Pinterest, with the buyable pins. It's really cool how you can do that, and how Pinterest works. You want to start putting stuff out there early, and that's why I did the werewolf T-shirt today, because October's coming.
That's funny. But that's interesting because you can choose your options right on Facebook, and then on Instagram you choose it when you get to the website.
Yeah. So it's a little Shopify, because I think it's a little more tighter. You don't have so many clicks when you go from the shoppable post to the Shopify thing, because it's integrated with the third party thing. I think you have another click or two because
that's the difference. Okay.
Yes. And so that's why people are really wanting to get the Shopify integration. And BigCommerce, like I said, Shopify does it, and you can also, if you have a Facebook thing, work around it. Because there's kind of 3 different ways that you can set up buyable pins that way.
Okay, so with shoppable posts, you can't do like you can't sell an online course, right? It has to be a physical product.
I believe so. Now that you might be able to work around it with some sort of landing page, but I have not seen anything, and maybe I haven't read that on the terms of service. But
I'm pretty sure I
haven't seen that.
Yeah.
You can't. So.
Okay, so there are actually 4 different options. So is it worth considering all 4? Or, I mean, there's, let's see, business manager,
Well,
adding a shop, Shopify, BigCommerce.
I think for this audience, for Tailwind's audience, the people who are watching the show, I would really look at Shopify because of the buyable pins.
Yeah.
You guys, all of you use Tailwind as well for for your Pinterest. It's just so easy to set them up and to have if you have a product. To me, being on Pinterest is a no-brainer, and having Shopify. To be honest, I don't know how many people are. I mean, I don't know what the figures are Pinterest versus Instagram for sales. I just have almost 100% sure that Pinterest will drive more traffic and more sales to your page, unless you're like a super niche lifestyle brand where you're selling. Everybody sees you in the outfits and they want to buy your outfits. Then, that makes sense. And people are selling stuff off of Linktree, which is a third-party tool that gives you links in Instagram. But I would say for most of your audiences to look at Shopify, just because for doing it at one place, then you have all these different places where you can sell.
Okay. Did you have to have a certain level of plan in Shopify to get it to work? Because I know there are.
It's the one I think I'm paying $30 a month for mine, which is very reasonable, and that's for everything. I do have some plugins so just to be transparent, totally. This we sell the pins that I make with my dad and I, the handmade pins, but then we sell those T-shirts. And the cool thing about those T-shirts, they're all print on demand. I pay another plugin so much a month that if somebody orders a T-shirt, that it goes straight to them, it gets printed and shipped from them. I don't do anything. There's no inventory. And so
but you designed them, right?
I designed them and I uploaded the image, and that's it. And so it's very, very cool for that. And they do all sorts of things. You can do mugs, you can do mouse pads, all this stuff, and you don't have to touch it. So if you're interested, it's called Print on Demand. There's tons of different plugins. I use Custom Cat is I think the one I use. But anyway, but Shopify can do so much. And I know there's other ones, but Shopify has been around so long. They've got some themes. And I tell you, they'll even migrate your stuff by clicking a button from GoDaddy to their sites. I mean, to, switch your domain name over. I mean, it's just so simple and so easy. I just have fallen in love with it because it's so cool. Okay. And buyable pins, come on.
Buyable pins, I know, really. Right. So if you were going to do that, would you have... Does Shopify have a blogging platform, or would you use?
You can put there is a blogging thing in it, so you can blog and do it. It feels like WordPress a lot. The back end does. There's kind of some more robust thing. The cool thing is like whenever I log in, there's 2-factor authentication where it automatically, I have to goes to my phone. I have to type in that code so nobody can hijack my e-commerce site. Has tons of different payment options. If you're doing shipping, it's got shipping calculators that does all the stuff for you. And it's just really, once you get it set up and walking through the system, it's really cool. I wish I could share my screen because I could show you the back end to it. And so when it's time for me to, they call them sales channel in Shopify. So like you add Facebook sales channel. I have my online store as a sales channel. Pinterest is a sales channel. And, then you can add Instagram as a sales channel. And then your products can just go over there. You can sell some of them on certain channels. You can sell all of them on certain channels. But it allows you to pick and choose what you want to sell on those different platforms. So it's very, very cool.
Wow. Okay. I had a question. Well, here's one from somebody else till that one comes back. From Kate. She wants to know if you can schedule shoppable posts.
For what? For Instagram or
for Instagram?
I have not done it through Shopify. No, you cannot.
You can't, can you?
You can't do it from Instagram because I've tried to schedule like for the sweet shop, like when I've been on vacation or something, and you can't do that.
You can't because there's an extra step, right, where you have to enter in the product information and the URL.
Right. Okay. So what I have done as a workaround is I'll upload those images to my app. And then I will schedule them as drafts. So I have them there. I have all the information filled out. I can have because I've already added them to a product on Facebook. I have those as that I can add the tag. So I can do everything and have it all set up in my phone. And then just that day when I'm on vacation or whatever, I just hit post and it's done. So that's kind of a workaround.
Okay. So with Shopify, and I feel like this episode is definitely sponsored by Shopify today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I've been impressed.
Yeah, good. Okay. That would be my choice as well. But when you have a sale through your Instagram shoppable post or through your Facebook catalog, can you tell in your Shopify dashboard?
Yes, you can see. I can see how many people have looked on my site that day. I can see what products they're browsing. I can
Oh,
see what, of course, the sales, where those come from. But you can actually have newsletters where people can sign up to be a part of a newsletter in Shopify. And so, like, if you have a new product, you can say, I'm going to blast to the people who've already purchased from me, who would be
hmm.
your hot, warm leads that, hey, I got a new product. You might like this. So you can do all that through the Shopify. And plus, Shopify has tons of plugins that you can add. I have
Okay.
one that I have used that automatically, because I have these pins that I handmake, that when I'm out of
Pens,
stock,
Pens.
pens
Pens.
that I hand make, when I don't have any more, it automatically goes to an out of stock thing that they can sign up to be notified when they are in stock. So it's already set up that when it goes out of stock, say I have 5 pins left, I sell them, and I don't have to do anything to the site. It automatically knows that I have 5. When it's done, it says, "Hey, these are out of stock. Click this button to be notified when we have more." And so it's all automatic. So it's very, very cool.
All right, nice. So if you already have a different e-commerce website like Chiquita does, then you could still use your Facebook catalog and
Yes,
use that for a shoppable
that's
post.
what we do at Sweet Shop USA. So they have a separate
Mm-hmm.
one, and so all you do is you set up a product in your Facebook catalog. So you'll go in, you'll add the picture, and you can add pictures or videos and you can have both
Oh,
on
videos.
your
Okay.
Facebook catalog, and because you can have multiple shots of an item. Then you add the title, the price, and a description, and then at the bottom is a URL. So what you want to do if you have a third-party site that's not Shopify, but it's still, you just go to your checkout, like go to that product, navigate to where it's right before they add it to the cart. On ours, it has a big blow up kind of picture and has a description and a button that says add to cart. You can grab that URL, plug that into your Facebook, where it says on that product the checkout URL, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can add that, and then you can do the shoppable post through that as well.
Okay. So we kind of we went blasting through all those steps
I
at the
know.
beginning, but if we could
Hope you
just,
took notes.
yeah, right.
Wherever you gotta go.
Yeah, right. So no matter which route you go, so let's assume we have a product catalog through Shopify, but no matter how you've set up your catalog on Facebook, it's going to be the same process as far as posting these. So you're going to first do what? You have to connect your product catalog to Instagram somehow. How do you do that?
It asks you. There's a thing in your business settings where it's
Okay.
called shopping. Underneath, there's payments, there's shopping, there's like branded contents approval, and so you got to make sure that is connected, and you can, enable that feature by going to the business settings on the Instagram app.
Okay. So
So
you go to shopping, you go to and tap on products, and then you can connect to that catalog.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can also do it I believe, through the Instagram account. So you can go in there and connect it if you have a different way to do that. So,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I think you have to
So
be approved before that.
right. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like it too. So when you're ready to share a shoppable post, so you add your caption and all the pretty stuff you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a second step or what happens?
Yeah. So let me pull up just a random one, but it's just like I mentioned. It's just like tagging. Now my stupid Instagram's locked up. It's like tagging a photo. It's that easy. You just tag it, and usually I type in the first couple words because I have so many products. I have like you have a ton of chocolates, so I'll add like Bragg's, in the first couple letter, and it'll pull all the B words up, and then you can just select them, and you can go right there to get them. So that's all it takes. So just a second, let me try to pull that up. But let's see here.
So it's basically the same as when you tag to add another user.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Like right here, I hope you can see this. It says new. Let me get in my screen here. It says new post, and then it says tag product. And I've got one product already tagged in that image.
Oh, yeah.
And so all it is, and you can move it around. And so when you tag products, see, there's what it looks like. There's the tag at the bottom. But I can drag that around. Like if you have multiple products, or if you want to do something different, you can drag it and select as many as you want. So it's very easy to do. I mean, it's just like tagging people on a photo. So
Very cool.
yeah.
All right. So what do you think about promoting those? Can you promote them in an ad?
Yes, you can. Now, yes. And so I want to go just before we get into the promotion, I
sorry.
want to go back to the Facebook thing, because a lot of times people will want to they'll want to post it on a new image of a product on Facebook. They also want to do it on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So once you add it to your catalog on Facebook, I don't like to share it from the catalog to my feed. It looks a little different and it looks too catalog-y to me, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. It just looks really too e-commerce feeling. And so what I'll usually do is upload that same image to my Facebook feed and then tag it inside of Facebook. So once you've created a product, you can just share the product to your feed. But I like to go the extra step of uploading a picture of that product and tagging that, then sharing it on Facebook, like you would do on Instagram.
Okay. Well, kinda. I'm going to share this link to your Manly Plunder page so people can go check out exactly how you're doing it.
Right. So that one right there is I uploaded a picture and then I tagged that picture with my product. If I could also take it to my catalog and just share it from my catalog, which is a share from the catalog, which looks different and not as organic and not what people are used to on Facebook.
Okay.
And so that's why I do it that way.
I get it. Okay. I was looking to see if, I could share it. Let's see.
Yeah. So you could share a post. If you go to my catalog on my Manly Plunder page, if you share it, you'll kind of see what it looks like. And it looks different. It has it listed down at the bottom, and it's just not as, I don't think, feels as, I think it performs better on mobile. And most people are looking at stuff on mobile.
Okay. Yeah, it's not great. I like the way you did it better. So check out his Manly Plunder because he tries all these things. Thank you for trying everything for us.
I'm the guinea pig.
You are.
Elisa's big guinea pig.
I appreciate that very much. Now, if we could just get you potty trained.
I know. Awesome. These depends get uncomfortable sitting so long.
Oh, boy. Okay, there's another question about... yeah, so even if you don't have 10,000 followers on Instagram, you can absolutely do this. Set up a Facebook catalog, use Shopify to set up a Facebook catalog. You can have shoppable pins or shoppable posts. And you can have many more links to your site. Or with Shopify, just get the sales right there. So I would think, and you probably have more insight on this than I do because you've tried both ways, that even the Shopify integration would be better. You just go right to the sales. Yeah. So I mean, more sales that way.
I like it because it's quicker and it's almost like Pinterest. You know how Pinterest has when you do a Bible pin, it's almost seamless. Just you can do it from desktop or mobile.
It's very easy.
Yes, and that's why I like the integration that Shopify has. The third-party stuff, it works fine, and we still get traffic. You want to make it as slim as possible between when they want your product and when they can check out. And so having the least amount of clicks as you can, try to do that. And it depends on your e-commerce platform.
Okay. So what is your feeling? You mentioned that you can tag many products. Do you know what the limit is?
I don't, because I bet it's really high, like something that you wouldn't want to use.
Yeah, probably not, because it's kind of hard to click.
You don't want it too crowded. So we usually, if we have a big, wide shot from a catalog, I may have 4 or 5. I don't think you want to do too many unless you're, because even an image is going to be really crowded with all those white dots. So, but with those perform really well because people like to, see the different products and they can link to, you want to be real strategic with your description. So like if you have, back to school products, you don't want to have the same kind of description for each one of the products and just change it. Like this is, chocolate, this is vanilla. You want to remember they're going to find out more about it. And so really sell it on each one of those descriptions for each one of those items that they're linking to, because those are something they're clicking on that because they want to find out more. And so make sure you're really selling to them in that description. So
the description both on your catalog on Facebook and in your Shopify store.
Yes.
And on Instagram too?
Well, that's pulling from Instagram and Facebook are pulling from the description that you put in the catalog. Okay. So you want, when you upload that image to Facebook, whichever way you do it, you want to make sure that you're using the right description and a really robust one for that product.
And now on excuse me, on Pinterest, lifestyle images tend to get better engagement. So, your product in a real life setting so people can picture it. On Instagram, is it the same thing, or do product images and kind of the flat lifestyle do better?
You're going to have to experiment with your audience. Because I can't, I know that's cheesy. Everybody says that because it is different for every one of them. Because we've always heard that video does horrible on Instagram, but then I see these people who've got millions and millions of followers, and all they do is post video. So it depends on what your audience is used to. So if you've already been doing a lot of flat lay stuff and you're wanting to start selling some of those products, I would continue to do what works for your channel and then tag it and see what's going on there.
So when you tag a video,
I don't think you can do video posts.
Oh, okay.
Now, I may be wrong, but you might be able. No, I don't.
I can't picture how that would work.
I don't know if you can. We just don't ever do it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I bet you probably can't. But if anyone has tried it and it works, let me know.
Let us know, yeah.
Okay, so we have somebody here who's totally confused. Don't be confused. All you need is the Facebook catalog and to hook it up.
Alicia's going to write a blog post about this, so she's going to make it all clear. I'm sorry,
lay it out step by step. Well, no, but I think the important thing is really to understand the potential, right? So, how many users does Instagram have these days?
Like a lot.
I
don't know. It's a lot, and they're using stories and stuff. But just remember this: everything that you put on, you have to have a Facebook catalog, no matter what you're doing. So you're going to have to use Facebook to put your products on. That's just the way it is. So, and you can get them on Facebook through multiple ways with like Shopify, which I like, BigCommerce, or you can create your own catalog and link it to check out on your own e-commerce platform if you don't have Shopify or BigCommerce or something like that.
Okay. So
that's the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, so BigCommerce and Shopify are the only stores that actually integrate with Facebook catalog at this point. Correct? Like Etsy doesn't yet.
I don't think they do. Now, you could take your products and create a store manually on Facebook and then link to your Etsy checkout, I believe. So that would be an option. Now, I don't know if that will integrate, if they'll allow that to go through with Instagram or not. But if you can get it, I believe, and I'm kind of guessing, but I'm almost 100%. If you can get a unique checkout URL, you'll be able to add a product to Instagram where people can go and check out from.
Yeah, that should work with Etsy. If anyone has tried it on Etsy, do let us know. If you have a shop on your Facebook business page, do you still need to do a catalog as well?
When you create a shop on your Facebook page, you have already created a catalog. So that's when we're talking about it. So when you see that little shop section on your Facebook page and you've added products to that, you are creating a catalog. And if you go into your settings, you can actually go into, I think there's a little database. It depends on if you're using Business Manager or not. It's kind of can act a little bit different, but you should be able to go in there. I'm going to go double check as I say this because there's a couple ways you can get to your catalog. You can go to your main page and there's your shop right there. And I think also under settings, you have a way to go to your shop as well. So when I say catalog, shop are kind of the same thing. So
okay. Yeah, because you can go from Business Manager and create a catalog, or you can go from your business Facebook page and go to the shop tab. Either one, same effect, same result. Yeah, so pretty easy. And again, you do not have to have a certain number of followers on any platform to do this. Okay. Alrighty. So again, Instagram, huge potential for sales. People want to buy stuff. What do you think is the best kind of item to sell on Instagram? Do you feel like it's like t-shirts and chocolates? Do you think it's
I think you can sell anything that your audience would want. If they're following you already for recipes or something like that, then you could probably sell those things that, if you have a store where you're selling that stuff. I've seen people, there's a lady who I met at a conference not very long ago who started, kind of this little, kitchen-y store, and she just sold it out of her house and sold some of the stuff that they were growing locally. And so she's killing it on Instagram. And so I think you can if you have an audience for it, you can sell stuff there. I mean, because if your audience is following you and you have something, and she said this at the conference, and I thought this was great, is they want to take a piece of you home. They want to take a piece of your brand home with them. If they love you and they're a super fan, they like what you do, they will spend money to take some of that and support you in that way. So
Wow.
I think anything can sell a product on Instagram if you have the audience for it.
So rather than selling your beard clippings, you went with
right. You
Yeah.
don't want to take that part of me home.
No,
Some
but
of
the
it may,
t-shirts,
but most people.
the t-shirts are perfect though, because it fits your brand so well. It definitely feels like having a little piece of Jeff. Now mine would be probably cat hair, so I have to work on a better idea.
I do want to. We did mention, trying to find out where your catalog was. I did go back and research. You can also get through it if you're not using Business Manager and you have a shop section on your side of the sidebar. If you go into publishing tools, that's where I found it as well. We have like products and collections and all that stuff. So.
My goodness, it's just huge, isn't it? Facebook just wants us to live on Facebook.
That's right. Don't ever leave.
Yeah, it's amazing, really, how many things they have added since they acquired Instagram.
Right. So
powerful. So you keep up with all things Instagram.
I try.
With Social Media Examiner. Oh, I count on you. Come on. That's why we talk.
That's right.
Kidding.
That's the only reason.
So what else do we need to know?
Don't get frustrated. I know, because this stuff changes all the time. I mean, that's, we're always trying to figure out stuff. So sometimes things like when you're trying to build a catalog just won't work. Don't get frustrated. Keep working. Make sure if you're doing a campaign and you watch the show and you're like, oh, we can do this. Let's get the marketing department behind it. Realize that sometimes things don't work. So allow yourself enough time to debug, to get approval. Like even with Shopify, you don't just click a button and you have buyable pins. You have to be approved for those. And so and they give a really wide, like it can be like an hour to 5 months. I mean, they're so wildly, so give yourself plenty of time to get everything working and testing. And, you may we had this product wrong, or it's going to the wrong URL. And so just make sure that you test it and start small. You may want to start with just, 1 or 2 products. And then, okay, I figured out how to, I uploaded and deleted so many of those when I was putting up Manly Plunder, the way it was supposed to work. And I uploaded and downloaded and uploaded. And so it takes some time. So allow yourself plenty of time to do that, or else you might get in a little pickle. And,
is there a way to do that without everyone seeing your products?
Yeah. So, I mean, you can publish like for, I think you can make, like I did to a secret board. I published some of the pins, the Bible pins at first. Okay. And Instagram, I don't think there's a way, but you can turn off products so they're not visible. So you can upload them to Facebook and double check them and all that stuff. And so that's why I say start with 1 or 2. Make sure you understand the process, how it works, how long it takes to. That's the other thing. When you upload a product, even to Facebook, it'll say processing. Sometimes it'll be like a minute and it's done. Other times I'm like, why? It's been an hour and it's still processing. And so if you're having a schedule for like you need to have a product out at a certain time every day, make sure you put those products up on the catalog very, very quickly. Because, I mean, as soon as you can, and allow enough time, because sometimes it takes a while to process.
All right. Do you have a recommendation for frequency? Should every post be a shoppable post, do you think?
It depends. I mean, for the chocolate site, it makes sense for us because 1, it drives traffic. 2, people can order stuff from there. But I don't think you have to. I mean, it depends. It's like it says, it depends on your audience, think about doing something, October's coming up for Halloween. You may want to think about doing some sort of thing where you can sell some Halloween products, and Christmas, a guide. You can make an Instagram post that would have links to your products to have like the top gifts for men, that they can link to, or just be creative and, a sale's a sale.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So what would you do with stories that could help you promote these posts?
Use it in a story, say, hey, and then you could go, here's you go to my post and you can buy it right there. Okay. The cool thing with IGTV, you can do an IGTV episode. And even if you don't have 10,000 followers, you can link to, what is it? You can link to a story. What is it? I can't remember now. IGTV. You have 2 URLs.
Oh,
I gotta look.
I didn't know that.
You can link to. What's it? Oh, you can put links in the description. So in IGTV, if you're doing like, hey, here's my top 10 ways to get ready for Christmas, and you could have in your description have a Bitly link that would lead to something else where you could actually have products or whatever. So there's ways around if you don't have the 10,000 swipe
Okay.
up feature.
And is it still the case that links from Instagram, unless it's a product link like through shoppable posts, should always be Bitly so that you know where they're
So you
coming
can
from?
track it.
It's
Yeah.
still, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got off track with the
Sorry.
ads. No, with ads. Can we promote these? Shoppable
Yes, you can
posts?
promote them once they're you can promote them just like in any other post. In fact, they really would like you to, because I'm always getting things. This is doing well. Wouldn't you like to promote this? So so you can do any of those things. Well, you know what? I say that it's grayed out when I go to the shoppable pins
Really?
because it's very strange. Let me go see. And it may be
Facebook
broken.
ads?
You might be able to. Just a second.
Okay.
I'm pulling up the Facebook post because
There's an article on Shopify about it. Let's see.
sorry, you're asking me all these tough questions
I know.
because I know I can boost. I assumed you could because I could boost them on Facebook, I believe.
I believe you can. Yeah. Here's a link.
So,
It would be crazy. It would be very strange missed opportunity if they didn't.
yeah. So I can boost them on
that.
Facebook. I don't know why, unless
Okay.
there's a bug right now, why you can't because
Bugs happen.
unless it's because it has to be a certain can't be old or something. I don't know why. Anyway, you have to figure that out. We'll have to put it in the links because I don't know why it's. I swear that I could.
Okay.
Maybe it's something that's broken right now.
Actually, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll check that out. Get back to you. Okay. All right. So, do we have any?
It made me look like I don't know what I'm talking about. Great.
So sorry. Okay, so Jackie also cannot promote her shoppable posts on Instagram. That's got to be coming.
Isn't that weird? Because I bet you could do a workaround through it from Facebook. Because
I bet you could.
Because I'm looking at one of my shoppable pins right now, and there's a promote. I can boost post and promote it and all that stuff
on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. And let me see if I can do it to Instagram. See, they're so weird that they change things like this. Yeah, I can boost a post.
Okay. Very interesting.
Crazy.
All right. Well, I am kind of excited about these new opportunities for traffic from Instagram. And that has been the big challenge for marketers all along is how do we get people from Instagram to our site? So we have IGTV. That was a cool little bonus tip today. And then our shoppable posts. Awesome. Now, is there anything else in the wide world of Instagram, because they're always adding cool things, that is relevant to marketers today?
I still think we talked about IGTV. I still think it's ground floor for people. A lot of people are just making them as a long story, and I think it shouldn't be that. I think you should take a little bit more time and do a little editing and have a channel there because so we're uploading them to Social Media Examiner, testing them, and we get decent views on those and clicks. So, and you can track all that with the inside of the app. So I think it's something that people aren't spending enough time with or are nervous about, but you can do some cool stuff with that IGTV. And there was an article that somebody pointed to the other day that they thought it was dying, and it hasn't been around that long, and it's Facebook.
Yes.
And I just think that we haven't seen it around long enough, and I think it could be a big deal.
Does it integrate with Facebook, or do you have to watch it just on Instagram?
IGTV is just for Instagram, and it's only the vertical video because that's what they said they wanted to do. And so that's where it seems to be headed. I may be wrong, but I still think that it's a great opportunity for people.
Okay. Do you have any favorites that we should check out?
Favorite
Social
people
media
to watch?
examiner.
Well, I mean, we're repurposing a lot of our videos to IGTV. There's a Justin Wise. He's from Australia. He does tech reviews. He does a really good job with IGTV.
Okay.
There's some other ones. I can't think off the top of my head, but he's one of the ones I like to watch a lot. And
How do you find it?
that's the other bad thing right now with IGTV. They don't have a great search function.
Okay.
So that's one of the things I have a feeling they're going to kind of roll out shortly. Is there'll be a better way. They'll have a better. They have the app, the standalone app, which is weird. Then it's also an Instagram, and so I think they'll integrate it to have a better search function coming up.
Okay, so when I can look at someone's profile and see if they have an Instagram Live on their profile.
Yeah, it's right by their highlights if they have IGTV. Yeah.
Okay, and then when I go into the Instagram app to the home feed, I see if somebody's posted something, a new IGTV.
Right. So that's the other cool thing is you get a real cool notification, and they've been experimenting with the notifications when somebody has a new IGTV. It shows up right at the top in big orange, and then another version of it we saw it was like a big bar where it said, "Hey, Leslie Samuels has a new IGTV."
Yeah, so, I see another one here. I want to try this one out. Adobe Spark. It's only 5.5 minutes. I could handle 5.5 minutes.
Yeah. So,
are you seeing longer ones too? Because a couple I looked at were 1 to 5 minutes.
They made it so it would eventually be that they wanted to go longer than 10 minutes. But right now, most people are capped at 10 minutes. Some of the big wigs are able to do like a half-hour show, which I don't ever think is going to really do well. I think
it's hard to watch that on your phone.
Yeah, my kids will sit there and watch the whole YouTube movie.
I guess I'm old. So, okay.
You and I both, sister.
So a question from Jamie though is IGTV better than YouTube?
Gosh, it's a tough question.
It's hard
Once
to
again,
compare, right?
On your audience. And Lisa and I were talking about this. I just got back from a YouTube conference in Dallas, Video Marketing World, which was awesome. And we always forget that YouTube is the second largest search engine. So if you're going to be discovered and you're wanting people to see your videos, I would still go with YouTube. But see if there's a way you can repurpose that content and put it to an IGTV channel. Because some people are just watching IGTV, some people are just watching YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
but since that's not live, you can upload it to both.
Right. Well, but the only thing is it's vertical video, so you've got to be careful. Right. So what I do is super nerdy, but what we do is we record it, and I'm able to record different people's cameras, and so I can repurpose it for whatever type of video.
Put them side by side, or
or top to bottom, and so
wow.
That's what we do for interviews. But if you're creating content, if you're creating YouTube video, think about how would it be easy for me to crop it and make my content for a vertical video and put it on IGTV. So if you're wanting to get the most bang for your buck, I would try it and see and watch your view count and see if it's worth the extra editing.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, thank you very much again for being here, Jeff. Always appreciate talking to you. Where can we find out more about you and what you're up to?
I'm always at Manly Pinterest Tips. We're always adding testosterone 1 week at a time. In fact, we need to do another episode. I have been very lazy about doing my podcast, so I need to have you back on. I think you're like the record holder for being on there the most. So we'll have to do that again.
Yes. Like Peg and I probably.
We'll talk about loopable. We'll talk about loopable pins. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, Smart Loop from Tailwind. Yeah, that's what we're up to. Okay,
that's right.
Excellent. Sounds like fun. And of course, we have the Tailwind blog, blog.tailwindapp.com. We have a brand new webinar out there for e-commerce and Pinterest, which has been getting some really good response. So I will share a link to that as well. And so we'll see you again real soon. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Bye-bye.
Bye now.